All right, everybody. Glad to be back here in the saddle. This is the Fixed Wireless Access Show hosted by yours truly, Benjamin Tansky. Check this out, people. I got to get some music on for that. Oh, yeah. Let's flip back. Listen, manhole fires, they happen. They happen in every metropolitan city. Today, we're talking about Boston. Just check out these videos you see on your screen. This is no joke. This is legitimate. This is real. The top videos, bottom videos, this is from last week in Boston. Hey, some of the pictures are from the summer. The facts are the facts, right? Underground fiber is your single point of failure for connectivity. Underground fiber is your single point of failure, okay? It doesn't matter if you have different points of entry underground in a building. If it's underground, it's redundant. Don't confuse yourself with the two words redundancy and diversity. They mean very different things. Diversity, when it comes to connectivity, means a truly diverse connection. And it's coming to your building, to your facility, over a completely different transport method. So just think about this, right? You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to, diversify. Do the same thing with your financial portfolio. Diversify your financial portfolio. So why put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to connectivity? Look, these are manhole fires. Look at that. These are real fires. And when there's fires underground, it is virtually impossible for the fire department to put them out because it's infrastructure underground. You're dealing with electrical stuff. You're dealing with gas. They usually have foam. Sometimes they use foam and blow it out. Other times they let it go out by itself. This is just over here in Boston. The same thing happens in New York City, Philadelphia, Boston, Chicago, Miami. Look, this is what underground fiber looks like, okay? Let me focus here for a second. There's a few different pictures on your screen. The picture on the top left, that is an actual underground, call it fiber vault. This is in Utah. I think it's in Utah. Multiple companies. So they're selling this as redundant connections. Sometimes they're even selling it as diverse. It's not. It's all redundant. Look, it's all underground. It's all squished together in PVC pipe running underground. It's redundancy. Don't get me wrong. Underground fiber is amazing. But don't put your eggs in one basket and think that you're going to be covered if there's a fiber outage underground. If one goes down, 99% of the time, every other one is going to cascade and happen at the same time. It'll be like dominoes. Boom, 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 boom. Look, the top picture on the right side of your screen, you have a purple conduit, an orange conduit, blue conduit, yellow conduit. Look, they're all side by side. If there's a manhole accident, if there's a construction accident, do you think that backhoe is going to take out just the blue conduit? No, it's going to take out every one of those conduits. That's why the difference between diversity and redundancy is so huge. It is so huge and so important to understand the differences. And look at this auger. This auger is this looks down south. This looks like there's palm trees there, probably like Florida or something. But that auger was spinning underground. It was digging up probably putting some light poles underground or something. And it picked up a lot of fiber. I guess it wanted to get in the fiber business, that auger, and it sucked up connectivity. And, that whole entire area, businesses, homes, last mile distribution facilities, doesn't matter. Anything riding underground was severed. All the connectivity was cut. That auger sucked up a lot of underground fiber at that point. And the other picture you see on the bottom right, you got to kind of tilt your head a little bit, but these are construction workers running underground fiber. Again, don't get me wrong. Underground fiber is the cat's meow. It's great, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Be educated. Ask the right questions. Diversity is not the same as redundancy. Look, these three conduits these people are running underground, they're all in parallel. So if there's a flood underground, if there's a manhole fire like we just saw, if there's a construction accident, anything happening underground, these three connections are going to go down simultaneously. And chances are those three conduits you see are probably for different companies. You probably have like a Lumen, an AT&T, and a Verizon fiber. But because they're all under the same they're in the same pathway and side by side in the same conduit squished together, they're all going to go down at the same time. Just be educated and know what is the answer, what is the solution to all of this. The solution is fixed wireless fiber. The solution is a truly diverse connection. Here's more video of underground manhole fires. This is real. First of all, it's not sexy. The news doesn't really cover it. They cover it after the fact, or if there was some good video footage, they'll cut to it. Like this one in Boston here, when that manhole, when that steel grate popped up in the air and flew like 100 feet. That's awful, but they'll cover it because it's cool. It's cool looking. Look at that. That's like a boom. That's underground manhole fire. That's pressure building up underground, and then poof, it goes up. The answer, why am I even showing these videos? Just be educated. Know the difference between redundancy and diversity. Redundancy and diversity. They're much different. Much, much different. If you have a business in New York City, in Miami, in Boston, in Philadelphia, in New Jersey, call Natural Wireless. Ask them if they can deliver dedicated dual path fixed wireless fiber. It's simple. It's simple. You're gonna look like the cat's meow when you save the day. When every other business in your neighborhood is down because they weren't as educated as you were and they didn't get fixed wireless fiber from Natural Wireless, you're gonna be styling, as they say, styling. Look, what's the difference here? The difference is being online and operational. Especially these days, you have a tremendous amount of demand for connectivity, whether it's cloud-based applications, voice, video, data. Now, I'm going to say it's AI. There's a ton of demand for connectivity, but not any type of connectivity. Low latency, highly reliable, symmetrical speeds, right? That's the definition of fixed wireless fiber. Natural Wireless, we deliver two separate path diverse connections, and each connection goes back to a different data center. And there's real-time automatic failover between each of those connections. This is the way the network was designed from the ground up. There's no gimmicks. This is the way it works, period, end of story. Look at that. That's incredible. Incredible, just incredible. More, these are still pictures. Underground fiber is your single point of failure. Manhole fires, construction accidents, floods. Superstorm Sandy, going back to New York City, Superstorm Sandy decimated anything below 14th Street was flooded. There was no infrastructure, zero, zip, zilch, nada. But guess what? If you had Natural Wireless, you were operational. Natural Wireless is in all those same hardened data centers as your traditional operators. But instead of leaving the data centers underground like everyone does, we leave those buildings, the same data centers, from the rooftop. We go rooftop to rooftop. This is a dedicated ultra low latency connection. And don't think that this is 5G BS. 5G, this is not 5G. This is the real McCoy. This is like turning your hose on, putting your face on the pipe on the side of your house and watching the water gush out. You're going to the source with fixed wireless fiber from Natural Wireless. 5G, I hear carriers, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, they're selling 5G fixed wireless. You know what it's like? That's an analogy I'll use is it's like, you have a hose on the side of your house and then you put on 27 different splitters from that one spigot on your house, right? And then you turn on the main valve on your house and then you turn on all 27 spigots. Now, how much pressure do you think you're going to have on all 27 spigots? You're going to have nothing. You're going to have very, very little. And that's the same thing as 5G fixed wireless. 5G fixed wireless is its best effort, and that's being polite about it, right? Honestly, it's just a new line item, a new SKU number for carriers to sell to customers. It's your cell phone hotspot. Just turn your cell phone hotspot on. It's the same thing. You don't have to go buy a 5G fixed wireless connection. Just use your own cell phone and turn on the hotspot. It's the same thing. It's a cellular data best effort connectivity. What happens if a cellular network in an area has, normally 100, normally has 500 users on it. And then all of a sudden, the underground fiber goes out and all these people, now there's 10,000 people on that same cellular network. It's not going to work. It's going to go boop. It's going to turn on. You're going to see its connection. You're going to see kilobits per second. You're going to be like pulling your hair out. Just be educated. I kind of veered off course here, but the purpose of this is underground manhole fires, they happen. They're not sexy. They're really not reported a lot. Look at that. That thing shot up in the air. That overpass, boom, that manhole cover. Those weigh like 300 pounds. That thing hits you, you're toast. Well, that guy's backing up. He's like, I'm getting out of here now. Anyway, know the difference between redundancy and diversity. And please, please, if you're just sitting there listening to me and saying, I that's not true. I have different points of entry in my building from the fiber going somewhere else. No, you have redundancy. Period. End of story. End of story. What does true diversity looks like? True diversity looks like fixed wireless fiber from the rooftop going to a rooftop location at a data center. That's last mile path diversity. It's fixed wireless fiber. That is true. You just can't beat that. Fixed wireless fiber, the gold standard of connectivity. East Coast market, got you covered. If you need connectivity somewhere else, we help out. We can design custom-built infrastructures throughout the continental United States. Point to multi-point, up as fast as 20 gigabits per second, symmetrical speeds. Listen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure having everyone here. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate your time. And with that, what it's time for? It's time to go sell something. Go Habs, go, baby. Go Habs, go.